Okay, I don't know why, but the filters here aren't pretty much doing something. But let's go ahead and pair it off for the meantime. Because it might actually suck. Or that there's not a VST interface in here yet, but Control Shift 0. Okay, here we go. Alright, so hello again and welcome to the stream. I'm gonna be having a little bit of like an information here that I will be delaying the emission stream until like tomorrow afternoon. I have a break in the afternoon or like in the morning. I don't even quite remember. But anyway, tonight here on the main stream, we're gonna be continuing the um we're gonna be continuing the asmreading as promised. I don't know if because of the VST plugins, I might have to take a look at that once in a while. But anyhow, thank you so much for just joined in. Secondary is on standby, so let's go ahead and wait a minute. Okay, here you go. Now let's go ahead and continue with chapter 14. Oh wait, I mean, I probably might have to 35 decibels on this. It's a bit uninterrupted. I'm kind of surprised, but yeah, chapter 14. Let's go. Let's take a look at what it says before we read this one, and of course in an actual Kaiza fashion here. I you guys want to see in July, so looking forward to it. So anyway, author's note. I'm excited to continue. So that's just the whole author's note here. So I'm gonna have to lower my volume for a bit, and then let's begin. Whew. Oh my gosh. This is gonna be a little bit interesting since it's been a while since our last ASMR read, and we're now on a new PC, which actually runs a good average of 25 to 30%. Because we're on 12 core i5. MMA just made a bargain out of it, so I absolutely love it. So I also upped our vseeface, so vseeface configurations in response to this, so good times ahead. So let's continue where we left off here with chapter 14 of After the Villainous Failed to Overthrow the Gods. If you want to read along with me, check out the pinned chat. So let's continue. Oh my god. This is gonna be a little bit interesting. Hi. Let's do 15 decibels for change. So that I will still be heard. Okay. Probably I have to could look at this. Okay. Microphone off. Microphone boom. Mic off, please. It's a little bit nice. Ouch. Probably have to be careful about that. There we go. A little bit finicky here, but there you go. When the black folds around our eyes were finally removed, we're already inside a room. Not like a hall for meetings. There was a long table. Beasts around the table. Beasts with different eye colors and characteristics occupied their respective seats. The hall was bright and well furnished. At least I was sure beasts were not living in rambles. Among fellow elders, the female beast who captured us reported. Here the group of mortals are captured near the edge of the forest. These four were beating up the chandling at the time. Thank you for your hard work, said someone from the long table.
As Loretta had said, a voice rang out from near the head of the long table. They'll wait for punishment in prison. I glanced up at the familiar voice. Someone with long, soft curls and soft bright eyes was sitting there. It's really Cecil, my friend from the tribe of the lamps. Cecil continued with a troubled look. I sure wish you don't have to wait for long, but mortals who have discovered the existence of...
Alright, back again. Let's try to back read a little bit.
Oh. As Loretta had said, a soft voice went from near the island, head of the long table. You'll all wait for punishment in prison. Glanced up at the familiar voice. Someone with soft curls and soft brown eyes was sitting there. It's really Cecil, my friend from the tribe of the lamps. Cecil continued with a troubled look. I sure wish you don't have to wait for long. But mortals have discovered the existence of beasts by accident are surely not top of priority now. I hope you understand. Cecil was alive. She was part of the elders. With Cecil, she surely would help me escape. I was right when I followed Rosetta here. She had to contact Cecil and made her trust me. But how? I tried to skip the notice of Archie and get in touch with her. Wait a second, cried Chris. So the beasts are real. They're not just mystical monsters. The elders all looked offended at the mention of monsters. Chris must have noticed his mistake when he grew visibly pale and said, I'm sorry, we're just shocked. We mean you no offense. A beast with golden blonde hair and golden eyes sitting next to Cecile said, whether the beasts exist or not doesn't matter. Loretta had his hair and eyes color, but her features looked more like Cecile. Was Loretta Cecile's child or grandchild? My heart was filled with mixed emotions. Happy that Cecile seemed to be living out her life happily. Sad that only I was frozen in time. I did not have a future nor a life unlike Cecile. I was trapped in my prison. Chris opened his mouth and then closed again, clearly not knowing how to respond. Emily joined in at the moment. Can I ask you one more question? The child in the forest said the earthquakes were the wrath of God. Do you know what has happened? The beasts around the long table eyed each other, but they still kept on their poker faces. The beast with golden hair and eyes said, Forbidden Woods is a place of God, and immortals trusted in the name of treasure seeking. That ridiculous treasure seeking trend started with that empty-headed Rachel, one elder muttered in distaste. Well, only mortals and that god of light can be fooled by that Rachel, another elder added. Cecil cleared her throat, but that's not the main reason the god got angry. So that's why the number of people going to the woods had increased these past hundreds or so years. As I said, it's always Rachel creating a mess. But I should thank Rachel for creating some opportunities for me. Then it must be the treasure, Rob said with bright eyes. Someone did find a treasure of God. It was really a treasure. Not that I find there was. It's still a treasure of God. Not you mortals. What makes you think you could just take the treasure away? One said. Rachel and logic, I suppose. Another took. I don't know what the word is, but I'll keep it at that. It seemed like the beasts' lives weren't as secluded and isolated as I thought. At least they knew something that had happened just a few hundred years ago. The legendary Rachel and her tribe were going to different temples to save the temple's treasures. Yes, they just took or stole all the temple's prized treasures while saying that she's there to save them. She didn't think it's stealing. I blew the reach of her logic. The Ralph was left speechless too. Cecil waved her hand and ordered, "Take them to the prison cells." "Wait!" shouted Emily. "Then why is the god angry? Who is the owner of forbidden awards?" The beast with golden hair chuckled. "What? Wanted to pray to the god of mercy? The god's wrath has nothing to do with if you're just an innocent treasure seeker like the hundreds in this wood," Cecil asked gently. "If you're really innocent, that is." With another gentle wave, the soldiers behind us began to usher us towards the door. Luckily, the boys were closer to the door. Archer was among the first two to be ushered out of the door. With a bit of maneuvering, I was the last to go out the door. I clasped the pendant my brother made me in my hand. It's a huge gamble. If Cecil could not recognize this pendant, I would have not lost my ticket to escape the world around the forest. But I had nothing else that could grasp her attention and prove myself. Just before the door was supposed to close, I slid the pendant across the floor. The pendant stopped near the foot of Loretta. I really hoped that they would notice it. With that done, I simply silently followed Emily who was just in front of me to our prison cell. And I just wished they would at least put us to different prison cells. Everything was smooth if Archer could notice my every step. When the door to the cell holding Emily, Alice, and I climbed open, I knew I made the right gamble. I smiled brightly in the shady light of the cell.
Yeah, it goes. Chapter 4! Oh my gosh! Chapter 14! We're already halfway! Okay, now for the second half. Jesus, ouch. Chapter 15. Honest now, what the fuck? Fun fact, Cecil named her daughter after her best friend Lorelei. But wow. Let's find out. My cat is a bit finicky today. I don't fucking know. Anyway, I don't know if we went on for long. I might have to reset this back to 10 decibels. I probably might have to make it 12.5. But that'll be for next time. Okay, here we go. Chapter 15, let's go.
We're being called out one by one. First it's Emily, then it's Alice. Finally, it's me. A soldier was standing outside the cell to prevent us from communicating. I was being brought to a room. Cecil and the priest with golden hair was inside. Loretta was also present, standing as the dam on guard. When the door behind me closed, Loretta dangled the pendant in front of my face. She asked, "Is this yours?" I was still hanging down in my head throughout all this, acting like the timid girl I was pretending to be. At that moment, a wild smile began to tug at my lips. I raised my head and tilted to my side. "It's mine." Cecil and the beast sitting next to her started to scrutinize me. "Cecil, it's been 3,000 years. Seems like you're having quite a nice life. Is this your daughter or your granddaughter?" I leaned on the door and curled my hair with my finger while saying this. "Oh, my daughter," Cecil replied curtly. She was still scrutinizing me like a liar. "You still don't believe me, Cecil?" "You're mortal," the beast with golden hair said. "Yes, I found myself a new body. It's not much, but at least now my voice is not as coarse as a croak. You know how much I take pride in my own voice, Cecil. Is this your husband?" "This is Sean. I met him after the war." "You said you wanted to find someone tall and handsome. Seems you have found your Prince Charming." "Lorelei," Cecil whispered. My eyes started to get sore. I looked around and said, "You all seem to be living quite well." "Cecil," Sean warned. "We're still not sure. You want me to prove myself, Sean?" I raised my eyebrow. "How How would you like me if I prove myself? I asked with a small smile. The beast known as the siren is famous for her voice and her singing that lures people into nightmares. You want me to entrap you into a nightmare? My smile widened. Have you thought it through? You might not wake up from it, I giggled. I don't want to kill my friend's husband. You just have to sing a song that only I know.
Okay, let's try it again.
You would need to entrap you into a nightmare? My smile widened. Have you thought it through? You might not wake up from it, I giggled. I don't want to kill my friend's husband. You just have to sing a song that only I know, Cecil said firmly as she clasped her hands tightly in front of her body. She looked everywhere but me. Of course! The smile plastered on my face wavered a second, but I would not allow it to slip from my face. Cecil did not recognize me. No, she's just being careful. To think of it, it's been more than 3 years since I last sang, I chuckled. I closed my eyes and tried to unlatch the bolt but the safe I kept the memories of my songs and lullabies in the deepest and darkest part of my brain. After a while, I began humming a lullaby.
Let's try it again.
Oh. I closed my eyes and tried to unlatch the bolt over the safe I kept the memories of my songs and lullabies in the deepest and darkest part of my brain. After a while, I began humming a lullaby I created when Cecil and I went for a picnic many years ago. The good old times when we did not have to care about the gods and mortals invading our place. I was stopped by a bare hug from Cecil. Lorelei, I really missed you, she sobbed. So, now, did you all trust me? The corners of my mouth tipped up. Cecil nodded and said, It's a song we created in the picnic. My head was aching. It's been so long since I last sang the memories I had learned to stay loved begun to pull out bit by bit. That would not do. I was just trying all my might to not think of it, to keep it hidden. You really ran away, Xian stated. He glanced at Cecil. Cecil glanced back. They tried to do it subtly by calling it. Cecil said, We have had our protections because it's uncommon for the god of order to throw such a temper. Your temper, I giggled manically. Him? What a funny description. It's just for show. Show? It's all for show, my dear Cecil. I snaked my arm around her. Don't talk about him. I'm hungry. And I want to take a look at the place the beasts are living in now. After a second, Cecil said, Of course. Loretta, go and arrange. Plates after plates of food were placed on the long table in front of me. I was back to the hall when I first met Cecil and the elders this afternoon. I stabbed my fork into the steak in front of me and tore the meat apart with my teeth. Even though it's subtle, I could see Sean giving eye signals to Cecil all throughout the meal. At last he left the room. I wonder what they were planning. Cecil cleared her throat and said, Lorelei, what are you planning next? So here it came. What do you think? As I tore another piece of meat from the strip of the steak with my teeth. You don't have to rush. Cecil said, trying to slow me down. Are you very hungry? Yes. Cecil widened her eyes and asked, Did the god feed you? I rolled my eyes. He's not the stepmother in fairy tales. I'm sure you the Tom was asked to prepare meals every day. Meals that disappeared into thin air. Where do you think the meals disappeared to? Then, Cecil, I'm escaping and I was thrown into the dungeon. I haven't had a nice meal for a few days. I was planning to continue my escape after this meal. I need energy. I smiled and continued to dig into the food in front of me. You're planning to continue my escape? Cecil cried. Won't that be very dangerous? It's called an escape because it's dangerous, I shrugged nonchalantly. I've not seen the place the remaining beasts was living in. It's a vibrant town. Everyone was smiling happily, living their lives full of energy. Cecil told me there was another town some distance away, just like this one. How nice! Just as I had predicted, the God of Order would not mistreat them. They had all the happiness, energy, and hope that I lacked. I stuffed a potato on my plate with some force, maybe because I was the criminal and they weren't. But it still hurt. Wouldn't even Cecil treated me like this. When the ally I thought I had turned her back on me. God damn it, probably a call for some betrayal over there. Let's do chapter 16. Like, we're doing 3 chapters now, I guess? No author's note, so let's go. So what is it? What time is it? It's already 11:20 in here. Shit. Chapter 16. Let's do this. Do you know what's Rachel up to? Asked suddenly while I was halfway through the giant cake in front of me. Rachel, Cecil asked. Why are you asking about her all of a sudden? I realized you guys know quite a lot of the outside, like Rachel and her revival. You know there are a lot of some mortals coming to the woods these past years. When they gossip with each other, we heard of them too. Cecil said with mild embarrassment. Oh, I eavesdrop. I snapped my finger. That seems fun. So what about Rachel? I was just curious what the God of Order broke his promise not once but twice. I should be thinking about what Rachel did. I told myself, otherwise I would not have such opportunity. About that, I'm not quite sure, Cecil replied. We're really curious too. The mortals didn't seem to know, but it seems to be the matters of God, so we decided to not be nosy. You know what of our past. I see. I wiped my mouth with a handkerchief. I gave this place one final look. The sturdy wooden columns, the statues decorating this place. It's a place of wealth. Lorelei, are you Cecil? Remember what I told you just now? What? The wrath of God is also frightened of his soul for show. Cecil nodded hesitantly, wary linked her eyes as she did not understand where this conversation was heading. I smiled and laid my head on her shoulder like I did 3,000 years ago. We were just carefree youths hanging out on a sunny day. Then I said nonchalantly, and you all fell right to it. Really? Cecil asked innocently, just like 3,000 years ago, as if nothing had changed, but, things have changed. Cecil, you have grown up. You don't know how to lie to me. The usual smile was plastered on my face as I whispered to her, yeah, like a whisper between best friends. Everything changed, but me. I put my head down, laughter rang out from my mouth. Don't you think I didn't catch what you were all thinking? You want to persuade me to give up my escape. You want me to return to my prison, am I right? Cecil opened her mouth and I closed again, but nothing came out of her mouth. I wiped the tears of laughter from my eyes. It was so easy to read, I scolded. I understand as soon as I saw this vibrant, beautiful town. Ah, I'm sad. I thought you were my friend. Literally, that's not what I thought. Cecil exclaimed, but her gaze shied away from me. The brainwashing skill of the God of War is really something, huh? I chuckled. Everyone betrayed my family. Understandable. Why had my family ever brought you guys but destruction and wars? How about the God of Order? This thriving town. Food and warmth, hope and love. Sacrificing me is just a tiny, tiny payment for all your lives. A very insignificant payment. Understandable. Even a fool knows what to choose. No, really, we're not sacrificing you. Jesus Christ, it's just. I raised my hand to stop you from saying any more excuses. It's time for me to go. Judging from the fact that the God of Order did not come rushing in at this moment, you guys haven't told it about me yet. Wanting you, Lord, to praise you for turning this escaped siren in, that would be such honor. Cecil hung down her head in dejection or embarrassment, no matter which I didn't care. I don't have time to talk to you. I step up and with a final wave I walk towards the door. Bye, traitor. This town most probably had a wall surrounding it to stop others from stumbling in. The wall was to keep people out, not keeping people in. I turned towards north where the edge of the forest was situated and started to run towards that direction. To freedom, again. I left the vibrant town, my crying friend behind me and headed to freedom. Or to my doom. The non-stop trekking through the woods, I was finally back to the edge of the forbidden woods. Back to the ward, stopping everyone from going out. There was a group of mortals at the edge of the woods gingerly testing out the limits of the ward. This won't do. The ward absorbed every spell that's thrown on it. It's too strong, one said. Why is there such a strong ward here? The earthquakes, the ward. All of it gives me a bad vibe. Do you think we'd offend someone? Maybe a god? Another whispered. Their discussion stopped abruptly when a noise behind them frightened them. They turned around to find me busting out from the woods. I ignored them and walked straight to the wall separating them from the outside world. There's a ward! You can't go out! One shouted as he tried to stop me by grabbing my shoulder. I flicked his hand away and continued on. There's really a ward. I ignored him as I pulled out my pendant and sliced the pendant at the ward around the forest. The pendant was met with huge resistance. The ward was so strong, the God of Order was not slacking off with this one. After several tries, that ward was still holding strong. I need to speed up. The God of Order would come sooner or later, should have realized by now. Even though my hand hurt from the reaction from slicing through a strong ward, even though my hand started to bleed, I did not stop. Faster, Lily, I told myself. That's when someone I had been expecting finally arrived. Let's go home. A gentle voice called up from behind me. I turned around to find Asha standing behind me, and I wasn't even surprised. Not one bit. That's okay. Wait. Okay, ah. Okay, I actually read this in advance now. Just read it recently, but we'll continue that in the next session of ASMR reading. I have a whole lot of schedule packed onto it, so maybe next week, maybe a week full of ASMR readings. We're not even entirely sure, but we'll have to find out. So let's convert it to 10 decibels as I figure out how to freaking do this thing. Guessing it has numpads. Amy just literally made a bargain with this one. Probably, hopefully I have to have the same laptop as his, or probably even better than that because I have XVV. I need to have it. So, yeah, I might also have to upgrade it to an NVMe for that part. And we'll see in the latest. We'll see in the next coming months or years, perhaps.
It's 15 years, they said. It's 15 months, they said. So, this was my benefactor, so bought him a laptop. But anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you really enjoyed it. It's really fun. It's really fun to read. I'm actually kind of impressed. We're already going up to chapter 17. Jesus Christ. Anyways, that's gonna be it for this episode. We're gonna be having MEC on two streams tomorrow. First one, I'll try to replicate. I had to practice my voice to be able to sound like Emi, or rather, formally Suzu. But that's really something else. And the last one was gonna be Henry Stickmin collection, which will be streamed for the very first time here on VStream, together with vseeface. So we all know now that vseeface works now efficiently because we have a 12-core i5. The only thing now is can it run XVV on stream? So hopefully we'll see that. Probably not this time. So anyways, thanks. That's gonna be it for this week's episode. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next There you go. It's actually that quick. But anyways, that's gonna be it for this stream. Thank you so much, and see you on the next week. We're gonna be reading Mama Rio Rio, so I don't know if it's not really happening. Okay, Mama Rio Rio, we are coming. Bye bye.
V